Maria-Isabelle. I am a sports reporter here in New York City.
Yeah, okay.
And so I heard you're from Kansas City,
Yeah, I'm from Kansas City.
and it seems like you're very proud of being from Kansas City.
Oh yeah, 100%. You got to. You got to be.
Why?
I think just, coming from like, especially, as a boxer, it's not a very, state known for boxing. And just being able to have like the support that I get from the community, from my family and just all around, everybody from Kansas, every time I fight is just like I get the big, like we have the best fans here, like just we have the Chiefs and then we have me now, so yeah, so it's just amazing, I'm born and raised here, so yeah, I just love everything about it.
So you compare yourself to the Kansas City Chiefs?
Oh yeah. We're working to be better than them, but it's gonna take a little bit of time, but we're gonna get there for sure.
Well, if you believe it, you can achieve it, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Who's your favorite team player of the Kansas City Chiefs?
uh, I don't know who's my favorite, but I mean, I have a lot of favorites, so I guess I would have to say Patrick Mahomes is for sure my favorite for sure.
Why do you choose him?
I choose Patrick just because he came into the organization with the Chiefs and he just turned it around for us, just from the beginning. He just turned it around and we almost got a three-peat like a couple weeks ago, and just how many Super Bowls have we won already? So yeah, he's just a great athlete and a great leader. Yeah.
Have you like learned any advice from him, like anything you take from him or from the Chiefs?
Oh, I would take you gotta be able to, like, what makes a good athlete to a great athlete, I think, is what is the moments where it's high pressure, high intensity, and those moments, like let's say in a Super Bowl when the game is really close, you got to be able to show or do something that's gonna help you pull off the win. And I think that's what I've learned from Patrick Mahomes. He's just so focused, so determined to win, and that's what makes him special. That's what makes him special. And that's what I try to take from him for sure.
Have you ever had like a moment in your career that you have felt that pressure and you have overpassed that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. I think especially whenever you like whenever when I was an amateur, when you get to the finals, uh, especially with my last amateur tournament, the National Golden Gloves. Um, I was the last one from Kansas to be fighting, and I was the last one in the finals. I think that's big pressure. First of all, we don't have a big team, and then I was the only one left, and then I'm trying to bring it back for my state. So that was a big pressure, but thank God I actually got the win, and I actually walked out with the Golden Boy Award, the most outstanding boxer of the tournament. So yeah, that's one of my biggest moments right there with like high pressure that I've dealt with.
Congratulations. And it seems like even in your last videos, you always mention you want to bring that trophy, that championship to Kansas.
Yes,
Why is
yes.
it so important for you to bring it back home?
It's so important for me, just simply because in Kansas, like I said, we don't have a big boxing. It's not a big boxing scene here.
Yeah.
And it's a very short list of the people that have actually won a world championship from here. And I want to bring that back. Be able to make Kansas a known place. This is where you look at Kansas and it's like, oh, Kansas boxers are not too good. Where you're gonna look at Kansas and be like, oh, Marco Romero is from Kansas. He's world champion. He brought it back, and then secondly, just be able to bring back some inspiration to my community, and just to let all the kids be like before me. I mean, after me, tell them, hey, if I can do it, you for sure can do it. It's not impossible.
And okay, you speak Spanish, so I'm assuming you have a background and like what's your background?
I'm Mexican. Both of my parents are from Mexico. My dad from the state of Michoacan, and my mom from the state of Guanajuato. Yeah.
And is that why you started boxing?
I actually started boxing due to my younger brother. We were actually both playing soccer when we were younger, and my dad's always been a big fan of boxing, super big fan. And he'd always put it on the TV, and my brother would always watch it with him, and I would too sometimes. But my brother was actually the one that was like, "Take me to the boxing gym, take me to the boxing gym, please." And then eventually, my dad took us to a boxing gym, and we switched, and we just switched. I fell in love with the sport the first day I walked into the gym, and I just never looked back, and I'm here now, and he now plays soccer too. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so he's now into soccer and now you're full into
I'm
boxing.
fully into boxing. Yeah.
So I read that your favorite artist is Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite artists. I don't know. I think I've switched my artist, but to I think Drake would be my favorite artist now. But I
Oh,
still like Bad Bunny. Yeah, I think
well,
I like just Drake a little bit more now though.
so why you thought of the halftime show during the Super Bowl?
Hey, I don't have too much to say about it. You know, it's Kendrick Lamar. I mean, he's a good artist. I don't like his music personally too much. Yeah,
Okay. So what's
yeah.
your favorite song of Drake and Bad Bunny?
Drake. I would say the Legend song, the Legend, and then Bad Bunny. Hmm, Bad Bunny. I would have to say. Man, I don't. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I don't know. I don't remember the title of it. Bad Bunny song. It's one with Drake. I just forgot the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot the name, but it's one with Drake. I forgot the name of it though.
And are these this type of songs that you listen before a fight, or like how do you focus before a fight?
Oh yeah, that's those are definitely songs that I listen to before a fight. That, and then a lot of people don't know. I just like to listen to like a podcast sometimes too. I like to listen to a podcast or just or honestly sometimes I just turn it off and I'll just kind of like be in my own thoughts and just get in the zone. But it's either Bad Bunny or Drake, either a podcast or I'm just in my
What
thoughts.
what kind of podcast?
I like to listen to Joe Rogan's podcast a lot. Joe Rogan's. I like to listen to these two guys. It's called. I think the podcast is called Bad Friends. I forgot their names, but they're pretty hilarious. They're both comedians, I'm pretty sure, and they have some pretty funny podcasts sometimes. So I listen to those as well.
Relax yourself.
Yeah, just try to just relax. I'm about to go into a fight. You try to go in there as relaxed as possible. So yeah, that definitely helps.
What are you thinking when you're fighting? Like, what are your thoughts?
When I'm fighting, I think my thoughts are just to just outwork my opponent, just see what he's doing, like what mistakes he's doing, and what can I do to to counter those. So if I see he's like dropping his hands, I'm gonna be using my speed to get my punches to his face first. So it just honestly just everything that I worked on in the gym, I'm trying to implement into the fight, and then just looking at the mistakes he's doing and just capitalizing off of those for sure.
And
Yeah.
how do you stay mental focus? Like in
I,
the negative times, how do
yeah.
you stay focused?
I think that all just comes with your preparation in the gym, because I think if you come in really prepared, no matter how hard the situation gets, um as long as you know that you did the work in the gym, you're gonna have that confidence to know that you have the resistance and the stamina and the skill to stay in the fight and to figure out what's going wrong. So I think as if you prepare very well in training camp, I think the fight's gonna is gonna go good no matter how hard it gets. Mhm.
Okay, and you said that is your favorite boxer is still Canelo Alvarez?
Yes, yes, 100%.
Or
Yes, he's my favorite fighter. Yeah.
why is he?
He's my favorite fighter just because I mean he's Mexican just like me, And then I think we both have really similar styles. I try to implement a lot of his skill and his movements into my style. And I just like how he is as a fighter, how he fights, and how he is as a person, outside the ring. So it's just something I try to, role model my style, like inside the ring and outside the ring for sure.
And yet, anything that you have heard of him that is stick in your mind, like an advice or a
Yeah,
quote
I
or something.
something that always sticks to me that he said in an interview not too long ago. They were telling him like how when it comes to training, like how do you approach it? And he says like I think he says like something like whenever I'm not training, like whenever I'm on like a little break, it's I have my fun, I spend time with my family, I do things that I like, but when it's time to work, it's time to work. And that's really how I try to go through with my training. I like whenever it's time to train, like I'm 100% focused. Like there's no distractions, and I'm just 100% into it. So, yeah, I think that's something an advice that I always take. Like there's always time to have like your fun and spend time with whoever or do whatever you need to do. But when it's time to work and train and give it your all, you have to be there. You have to be willing and put the effort into it for sure.
Do you believe there is like balance? There is like now I hear a lot of people saying, when you have a goal, you don't really have a balance in your life.
Yeah,
You in the balance or
yeah,
don't?
it's hard. It's hard. Definitely, I think as an athlete, and especially if you're trying to, like me, I'm trying to become world champion. And it's hard. It's really hard to have like a personal life, because you're just always so invested. Investing your time into the gym, into running, into even into eating and how you sleep and rest. So it's a lot of time invested into that, and it's really hard to balance, trying to have like a personal life, and it's just something that even me till this day I have never really found like let's say a balance. You just kind of you try to work with it, each day, so that's how I kind of approach it. Just take it day by day.
And okay, tell me a little bit about what is one day in your life. So what time you wake up, what do you do?
Yeah. Like one day in my life, I guess would look like you wake up like 4:30, 5 a.m., and then you go to training, strength and conditioning at 5:30, and then from there it goes until 6:30. You come back, I have my breakfast, then I'll if depending how I feel, I'll probably just go back to sleep, and then I'll wake up again, and then either you go train like do weights, go do more cardio, and then come back, you eat again, and then you just wait until boxing practice, which is later in the day, like at 6, and then that goes until about 8:30. Come home, depending how I feel, depending how my weight is, I'll eat again or I won't. Just shower, get the night routine going, and head to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, because you wake up really early.
Yeah. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's really hard to balance personal life. You just gotta kind of recover for each training session. Yeah.
And what personal goal do you have this year?
Personal goal this year that I have, um, I would like to see myself fight in a top rank show. I would like to see myself fighting in a top rank show or any big promotional company show. And be able to have at least, I want to say around 9 or 8 fights by the end of this year, or hopefully hit the 10 mark by the end of this year, and hopefully all KOs, all KOs. Yeah.
And do you have when is your next fight? Do you have
My
one?
Yes, my next fight is actually in like three weeks. I'm pretty sure. In Denver, Colorado. So just getting ready for that. Making sure everything is good. Training camp is going really well. So I'm feeling really excited for it.
And do you have any advice for those kids or those people who want to be boxers like you one day?
Yeah, I would tell them in the beginning it's gonna feel um I want to say boring because it's a lot of repetition. This sport takes a lot of repetition, and it's not something you're gonna see results overnight. So when you feel like it's getting boring or you feel unmotivated, just keep pushing through it. Keep pushing through. And if you love it enough, you'll see yourself have a lot of success in the sport, and hopefully one day, be world champion as well, and have a successful career and have a successful life as well. So I would just say keep at it and just never give up on it. Never give up on it for sure.
Thank you. And if people want to follow you, where should they follow you?
You can follow. They can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Tiburon Romero 100, or on Facebook it's just Marco Romero. So that I'm more active on those two. And then you can actually find my TikTok link on my Instagram. So make sure you guys follow me on that too as well. Yeah.
And okay, now that you mentioned Tiburon, like
Mm.
why Tiburon was your nickname? Is your nickname?
I I actually remember my first coach. I had my first fight or my first or second fight. Uh, back then, I didn't really have too much technique. I just threw punches, like a lot of punches. And I think my coach, when I got down, he told me, um, I'm gonna start calling you Tiburon. And I remember I asked him why, and I was like, why are you gonna call me Tiburon? He's like, because you look like in there you look like a shark. Like when a shark grabs its prey, it never lets go, and that's literally how you look like in the fight. And then so I was like, okay, sounds good. It goes good with my last name too, Tiburon Romero. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. I'll just keep it. And I just never changed it. I always kept it.
Well, sounds good. Well, it
Yeah.
was nice talking to you.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, thank you. Appreciate it.